Namaskar, I S.C. Sharma welcome you to this travel video from Indrapuram to Kangra Valley and back on 27th January 2021 to 1st February. In one fine evening in the month of January 2021, few of friends gathered in Joggers Park in Indrapuram for planning a trekking program in Himachal. We wanted to experience trekking on the snow-covered Himalayas and forest areas on an elevated track for all age groups. We shortlisted village Salli in Kangra district of Himachal Pradesh being our base camp. We agreed to stay in tents with sleeping bags. We first made a WhatsApp group for all the participants to have a direct communication with all of them. We were super excited for this forthcoming trekking expedition. On 27 January 2021, we started our journey from Indrapuram, Ghaziabad at about 7 p.m. by road for a Kangra Valley adventure tour. We stopped at Ropar bypass for a hot cup of tea and coffee. We reached on 28th January at 10:30 hours. The atmosphere was cool with Swiss tanks were waiting for us for our welcome. After refreshing up and taking breakfast and lunch, we took a little rest after an overnight journey.
Our captain.
In the late afternoon, we started a short village trekking tour for acclimatization for about 4 kilometers, going up and down the mountains region. In the evening, after a campfire, we had a wholesome dinner and took rest in Swiss camps in sleeping bags with the fleece with a nice sound sleep. On day 2, we left the camp at about 9 a.m. and after traveling by roads about 4 kilometers, we went to Par House. From there,
Yes, come on,
began
slowly,
trekking
slowly come.
to snowy areas.
Come.
At the
Come. Our captain.
Chandrela Valley snow track.
Observation number 1.
Chali, sir.
The track was elevated at moderate high altitude. It took about 3 hours walking on an uneven mountain track. After walking for more than 4 kilometers, we were in a snowy field. We were lost in paradise. We found the abandoned village where small huts were available. On inquiry, it was gathered that these huts were being made by the shepherds who use it during their stay at their movement to the grazing grounds for sheep and goats. We prepared coffee and Maggie. The beautiful surroundings, mountain, snow, water passing by in a stream and a cool air was a unique experience. Under Captain Sovik Mukherjee, third day, we started with lighter exercises. Leaving camp at 9 a.m. and we traveled by bus about 15 kilometers and the track in jungle for about 4 kilometers to Boho Valley at Khabru village. We cherished each moment of trekking. Today we took packed lunch and we were exhausted on the evening on returning back. Campfire and dinner, we took rest and had satisfying sleep. On the next day, that is day 4, it was a day to visit the Mashroor Rock Cut Temple at about 40 kilometers by road, which was built in 18th century by the rock cutting in Kangra Valley near Byas River Valley in Himachal Pradesh. These temples were facing Dhauladhar range of Himalayas, which were of Shiva, Vishnu and Devi temples. They were damaged due to earthquake. It was gathered that there were 16 ancient temples which were made after cutting a single big rock. However, huge earthquake of 1905, only 9 temples have been left. The architectural beauty of these historical temples were unique. Each temple was a creative piece of art. On day 5th, the time to return had come. After the breakfast, the journey had to be conducted by Bagpat bypass due to farmer agitation in the Delhi borders. We carried a packet of chocolate, dry fruits to keep us warm and active. We reached at about 3 a.m. in early morning on 2nd February. It was worth remembering each moment of this remarkable trekking experience. We could get beautiful frames in this wilderness. We could learn to manage difficult situations. Collecting woods, making a stove or a chula out of these stones, preparing food was a worth remembering experience. The famous saying of APJ, books and field sports at young age build the spine firm and straight. All praises for trekking team. We all know we had a lot of difficulties and pain to complete the task.
DOME, dome tent.
But we
Because
kept
it is in a shape of a dome.
moving and doing it.
It's called dome tent.
Because एक ही रास्ता है जिंदगी जो थम गए तो कुछ नहीं.
क्या होता है ये तो
Keep walking each day. We are sure we'll one day
जो डोम है इसमें भी 2 मैन टेंट
see you all walking the mountains with your backpacks.
तरीका होता है जैसे
Keep
डोम में
walking.
एक
Till then,
एक मैन टेंट
नमस्कार. Take care.